As e-commerce has matured, it's become quick and easy for almost anyone to create 2D web stores, such as the one you see here, an Amazon A store for woks that we created as a test. But you can do a lot more, it seems to us, in 3D, and that's why we built a wok store as an experiment in Second Life. And you're looking at that wok store right now. Let's take a little closer look and see how it works. So we'll walk to the back of the store, and as we do that, we will, through proximity, will invoke a specialized customer robot salesperson who asks us what we want and helps us find the right wok for us. And you see it's the same kind of dialogue we've now established in Wave as well, because the logic is the same, and Jnana robots can work in Wave, they can work in Second Life, they can work in lots of environments. So it asks us a few questions as an expert salesperson would, and we'll then recommend some products. You see on the shelf behind us a whole bunch of woks, which were built in Second Life using their authoring tools, their construction tools. Any of these products can be taken off the shelf and looked at, and that's because we're using here a custom Jnana viewer. We built a Jnana viewer for Second Life in 3D, Java 3D, so it's a custom client. The standard Second Life viewer can't yet do this, but the Jnana viewer can. So now we've got some recommended products which pop up in front of us on the counter, and we can communicate back to Amazon to get live information about these products, their current prices and availability and things like that. We can also move the products around in our 3D space, manipulate them, look at them, compare one product to another to scale. All kinds of things you do in a real store but you couldn't really do on a 2D website, and now you can in a 3D store, which is pretty interesting. The red wok we actually built in Google SketchUp. We didn't build that using the Second Life tools. And when it was called as a related or relevant product, we brought the Google SketchUp wok, its file, into Second Life and rendered it here in our browser. So let's get some more information on these products. You see we can do that easily enough. Each of these is a call to an Amazon Web Service under the hood, which Jnana robots are taking care of. And it pulls back product information on the products we're looking at, or finds related products, or etc. Here we're going to do something. I'm going to email this product. We like this product for someone else. Let's say, let's email it to a person's email address. And later on, we'll pick up what that means, what you can do with an email you receive, better product recommendation for 3D store. It's pretty interesting. So let's go back here now and take a look. You see over the checkout counter on the far end of the store, we've now put our product on the checkout counter. We can actually buy the product then real world from Amazon.com in one click. And that connects to our Amazon account and makes the purchase outside of Second Life. We're not going to do that right now. We also have got, you see, other desks. We have an accessories desk where related products popped up, and a books desk, a books counter, where related products popped up. So let's take a look at this book. We can get more product information on it, or we get related products. When we ask for related products, you'll notice they will just appear in a few seconds to the right of the current product. There they are. So we've got a wok, we've got a couple of books, and each of these, of course, is live again with data coming from the Amazon server via Jnana robots. So again, in the 3D store, you get this different kind of shopping experience where you can get lots and lots of products. For any one product, you can pull up related products, which are all arrayed in 3D next to your original product. You can rearrange those products, you can archive them, you can put them on lists, all kinds of things, which again, you can't really do so easily in a 2D website. The 3D store gives you just lots of room, 3D room in terms of volume, which to array products and rearrange them and view them. Let's walk over to the book desk here, show a little more what we're talking about. So we can pull any book off the shelf if we like and look at it and get more information on it. And again, each of these is a call to an Amazon search. We can also stick the products onto these magic shelves over here. So we put one of our books up on this shelf called New. That's on the third shelf you're seeing there. And then another one on the bottom shelf called By Same Author. When you put these books on these shelves, we will go out and find new related products on top, you see, arrayed to the right, and also find other books by the same author on the bottom shelf. And here in the middle shelf, we're doing a search for similar books, not necessarily new, but similar books, according to the Amazon similarity algorithm. And again, look how many products are now being arrayed in front of us in the 3D store. And think about doing that on a 2D website and keeping context. That's really the issue. With a 2D website, you have to move around page to page. That's the way the web works, of course. It's more or less stateless. Well, of course, lots of things you can do to to trick it. But here, maintain context automatically. You really save state. Let's also take a look here at the social shopping nature of what you do in a 3D store. We'll call another avatar in. In fact, a salesperson will call in here. And have the salesperson join the session. And he flies over to the store and then walks in. And you'll see him on the left walking in from his perspective, or really his controller's perspective for his avatar. And on the right, you see him walking in from the existing shopper's perspective. And here he comes. We're rendering it here in our own, again, this is the Jnana Second Life viewer, rendering these as moving heads on the right-hand side in our viewer. On the left-hand side in the standard Second Life viewer, you see them rendered as full-bodied avatars. But that's just a detail. So notice also in the Second Life viewer on the left, we can't move products off a shelf. In the Jnana viewer on the right, we can. We can move products around off a shelf and pop up related products. None of that appears on the left in the Second Life viewer. Again, that's why we had to optimize some of this for shopping, for e-commerce. That's why we built our own 3D viewer. Interesting question whether we could put that 3D viewer into Wave. We probably could. That's something we'll think about. So, right here, now we're going to do a shared shopping session here. Now we've got both avatars using the Jnana viewer, so they really can share using the more advanced shopping tools from Jnana. So we're seeing here on the left the stored answers for the avatar who's already in the store, so that a salesperson can come in and rather than starting from scratch, can see, okay, what sessions have already been run with what robots in the store, so I can see what the customer said and know a bit about the customer if the customer wants to share that with me, which he did here, which saves asking redundant questions or making dumb comments. So you see now, by the way, that what is moved off a shelf by one avatar is seen by the other, since they're in a shared shopping session. And you can share this with as many people as you want, of course. Let's see a little more now. We're now going over, I mentioned the email earlier. You see we got the email in, and now we're going to log into Second Life for this other person who got the email. Show you how this works. So there's a person who was not online at the time, but got an email recommending a product from a Second Life store. So we'll go in here, and this person will choose the environment, their home environment in this case. They've got a home environment. It looks like their home. Physically, they sort of replicated that in a Second Life environment. And here comes the walk. This red walk was the one we made in Google SketchUp, and we saw it in the Second Life store. It was emailed to this customer to take a look at, or his friend, or colleague, or whoever. And when they go into their home environment, and they see the walk rendered just as it was in the Second Life store. Not only that, this walk still has a live connection back to Amazon, so we can get Amazon data on it. So there we go. We can add it to an Amazon shopping cart. We could buy the thing, do whatever we like. We can also do searches for related products. We could go right to the store if we wanted to. So if we go to store link there, we could jump right into the Second Life store from here, from our home environment. So it really is to some extent like sending a friend a product for them to view in their home. So here we're getting related products. We're seeing another product on our list and doing searches on that to get, again, related products to this book. It's the same sort of shopping experience you had in the store, but you can do it in any Second Life environment, or frankly other environments too, other virtual world environments. For example, it's a good segue to OpenSim. This was a couple years ago we made this, so it was very early days for OpenSim, but as you can see, but no problem using Jnana robots in OpenSim. In fact, this same walk we built in Google SketchUp, we'll bring into OpenSim here and see what it looks like. Let's take a second here. Okay, so we can access our list of stored products. That's off the server. We're storing this on Amazon EC2, I believe, not on the Google grid. And here's our red walk again, same walk, and you see it's live. We're connected back to Amazon, getting live data. Here we go. And we can again buy it from here as well, if we like. So what's the point of all this? I think it's about collaboration, that Second Life and Wave give you all kinds of new ways to collaborate with people in e-commerce settings and other settings, and it's going to be a lot of fun exploring these. There are all kinds of opportunities.